G'day and welcome to our Learn to Code lesson number 1 and challenge number 1. My name's Jack Lewicki and today we are going to be drawing as many shapes as we can with a sprite in Hopscotch. So for example, you might end up drawing a square and that's what we'll be starting with. Then you might turn it into a house by adding a triangle, or you might want to draw some other shapes like an octagon or perhaps even a mountain. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to exit a project, because when you first start Hopscotch, it will open a new project for you to start automatically and kind of try to give you some pointers and some hints of what you can do to make a project. So if you find you're stuck in a project or you want to start a new project and you're unsure how to get out of it, you go back to this editing screen and in the top left-hand corner, there's a house and you press on that house and it takes you home. Now, sometimes, depending on what you've been doing in Hopscotch, you might end up on different screens. You might be searching for projects or looking at some of the streams of other people's projects, or be doing some of the puzzles that Hopscotch provides you. So if you want to start a new project, you can always click Create down in the bottom left-hand corner, or press on Me and then press New Project. And that's what we're doing today. Today we're going to be choosing a blank project, but I encourage you to come back to this screen and have a look at some of the other tutorials and pre-made projects that you can edit and learn from that Hopscotch has provided you. So click the blank project and now we're prompted to add a character. For this one, we're just going to add a simple character from Hopscotch named Robo. He's our robot. So first thing that comes up is the plus button with add a new rule. And this is what we're going to press to add our first program to Robo. Now, when we press the plus button, the first screen you'll see is the when blocks. And you can click more to see more when blocks. But today we're just going to be using the top when block, and that's when the play button is tapped. And our when blocks, what they do, they're events that happen that cause the instruction to the programs that we put in here to run. So this one is when the play button is tapped. That means when I tap this play button in the top right hand corner, my program will run. Not much is happening. And that's because, as you see in here, I don't actually have much of a program yet. All I've got is the event to start it, but there's no instructions here. So that's what we're going to add next. Today we're going to ignore the rainbow blocks, and they're the pre-made abilities that Hopscotch comes with. We're going to be talking about movement blocks and drawing blocks, and these are simple instructions that our sprites can follow. The first drawing block we're going to be adding is the leave a trail block. When you press leave a trail, it prompts you to choose a color. I'm going to choose red. You might choose a different color. I'm going to leave the width as 10 because 10 pixels is a pretty good width. And then you'll notice that automatically the first movement is 300. So let's test this out by pressing play and my robot draws a line. Now to get back into the editing screen, I click this edit button in the top right hand corner, and now I can add some more things to my program. So I drew that line. Now I want to draw, that's kind of the base of my square. Now I want to draw the first side of my square. So I'm going to get my character to turn. I'm going to drag turn into the leave a trail blocks because otherwise it won't apply to the trail. And I'm going, because I know that the inside angles of a square equal 90 degrees, I'm going to make my character, my sprite, turn 90 degrees. Then I'm going to add another move forward, and I'll just do the default of 300 by pressing the tick. And let's press play and see what happens. And I've got half a square. So I'll go back into my editing block screen, and I'm going to repeat this a few more times to finish off the square. Now, say if you accidentally put two movements in like I've just done there, and you want to delete one, all you need to do is pick up that block from here and drag it over to the bin. And that's how you get rid of it. So we're going to do another turn 90 degrees and move forward. Oh, in the wrong spot. Need to make sure it's in that within that lever trail, and going to delete those. Okay, let's test this out and see what we've got by pressing play. Press play and Robo draws me a square. So this was the program, and to look at the program, I click on the rule. And here it is. When the play button is tapped, leave a trail, move forward 300, turn 90. And that happens 4 times. So I encourage you to make that program to begin with. And then you might want to add some things to it. Maybe you want to turn that square into a house. Maybe you want to add some other sprites that might draw other things for you, like a octagon or a mountain. Or a really big challenge is try to draw this square using less blocks. So we've used quite a few blocks here, and there's a way that we're going to be able to draw this square using less blocks. So I've been Jack Lewicki. Thank you for listening to the Learn to Code lesson number 1. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be posting the answers soon.